Hai guys, kita mulai ya. Oke, let's go. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the technical meeting debate competitions of NXT 10. Before we start, let me introduce myself. My name is Diantre Shalontawa as your moderator. Before we start the presentations, I want to remind all of the participants to prepare your notes or pen, or if you don't have any, you can take a screenshot for the necessary thing so you won't forget. Okay, don't forget it, guys. Therefore, listen attentively, take notes, and let's get started. Oke, jadi aku akan menjelaskan tentang the mechanism. Dan kita ada 2 hari, yaitu hari pertama pada tanggal 8 Maret 2022, itu kita memiliki 3 preliminary round. Dan hari kedua yaitu tanggal 9 Maret 2022 kita ada 2 round yaitu pre-final dan final. Selanjutnya, untuk rounds ada 3 rounds, yaitu untuk hari yang pertama ada preliminary 1, 2, dan 3, dan hari kedua pre-final and grand final. Ini adalah notes-nya guys. Top 6 will be break. The first and second break will directly proceed to the grand final. Third and until 6 breaking teams will be debate in the pre-final round and the top teams will be in the grand final. Oke, jadi nanti top teams dari third sama 6 itu ya until 6 dan siapa yang paling teratas nanti the topnya itu bisa masuk proceed to the grand final. Oke. Selanjutnya, here's the rules and regulation. Yang pertama, debat kita itu menggunakan platform Zoom Media. Jadi kita harus ingat ya, kita pakai media Zoom. Semua harus prepare mulai hari ini, prepare Zoom. Kita harus juga on cam. Yang the second, debater must wear their school uniform. Apa sih school uniform itu? Kan kita pasti punya nih kan, sekolahnya itu punya kas bajunya. Misalnya ada batik warna biru atau misalnya ada baju kasnya. Nah itu yang dipakai dengan pasangannya. Kalaupun tidak ada, in case di worst case-nya tidak ada school uniformnya, kita boleh menggunakan putih abu-abu, tapi kalian separtner harus sama-sama harus pakai sesuai. Jangan nanti pakai batik, satu lagi pakai putih abu-abu, nggak kayak gitu ya. Harus kalau batik sama-sama batik, kalau putih abu-abu sama-sama putih abu-abu. Oke, clear? Yang ketiga, the participant must turn on their camera during the competition. Selama case building, selama lagi berdebat, kalian harus on cam. Oke, nanti ada timekeeper. Timekeeper itu yang akan memberitahu kalian tentang waktunya dan dia akan mengingatkan kalian untuk on cam. Ya guys. Yang keempat, there is a 5-minute to dispensation time if participants are having a breakdown of connections. Jadi, ini apa sih Kak? Nah, selama berdebat kan kita online nih kan. Kita nggak akan tahu gimana nanti, oh sinyalnya kayak gini, sinyalnya kayak gitu. Jadi dari panitia, kita akan memberikan waktu dispensasi selama 5 menit untuk partisipan jika hilang connection. Jadi misalnya kayak tiba-tiba lagi berdebat, tiba-tiba hilang. Nah, partisipan atau komite akan memberikan waktu kalian dispensasi selama 5 menit. Oke, itu harus di note ya. Jadi karena udah ada waktu dispensasinya, ada waktu dispensasinya, dan kita tahu debatnya platformnya Zoom meeting dan ini secara online, mohon untuk di setiap partisipan mempersiapkan tempatnya, medianya supaya signalnya juga bagus, oke? Itu harus di noted ya. Yang kelima, the important information regarding course of the competition such as draw motion, result on every round, and so on can be accessed at the debate NEC 10 Heroku app. Jadi ini ada TabiCap-nya, oke? Selanjutnya saya akan menjelaskan tentang TabiCap, di mana kalian harus check in. Sebentar ya. Nah, jadi 1 hari sebelum hari H, tepatnya itu hari Senin sebelum tanggal 8 atau tanggal 7, panitia akan memberikan kalian data di mana di situ kalian masing-masing memiliki personal link. Di situ kalian harus check in ke TabiCat-nya. Oke, aku bakal kasih contoh gimana cara check in-nya. Nanti kalian copy link yang kami kasih di Excel ataupun Word. Setelah itu kalian masukkan, nanti kayak gini bentuknya. Kalian bisa lihat ya. Kalian lihat bentuknya. Oke. Ini atas nama aku dari Metas 2. Oke, sudah pas. Nah, kalian tekan ini ya guys. Check in. Check in. Ya, kalau sudah ini berarti kalian sudah check in. Oke? Yang penting clear ya. Nanti ada dikasih linknya masing-masing. Ini bukan per tim ya guys, ini per peserta. Jadi nanti akan dikasih link masing-masing, kalian harus check in. Oke? Yang selanjutnya, kita akan memperkenalkan our educator. Yang pertama kita punya A-Core. Our A-Core itu adalah yang pertama, yang CA atau Chief of Educator itu adalah Kak Romi. Dan yang kedua kita punya 2 di CA, yaitu Kak Manda dan Kak Tita. Dan next kita punya our invited educator, yaitu Kak Nugel. Tapi di sini Kak Nugel nggak ada fotonya, jadi ya foto ini saja. Ini bukan Kak Nugel ya guys. Jangan serius banget, nanti kayak, loh Kak Nigel kok kayak gini mukanya waktu di hari H. Enggak guys, ini kami kasih picture-nya karena dia belum kasih picture muka aslinya, jadi kami pakai inilah ya kan. Oke, next. Nah, selanjutnya untuk scoring system, what is the bad British parliamentary and what is the prepare motion yang sudah disiapkan itu akan dijelaskan oleh our beloved educator Kak Manda. Untuk Kak Manda, waktu dan layar kami persilahkan.
Okay, hi everyone, just checking if I'm audible.
Yes, Bang. Yes, Kak.
Okay, good. So, hi, I'm Amanda, one of the CIP member of this year NEC. So we are going to talk about debating and some prepare motions that we are going to use in the preliminary round. So basically, what is debating? Debating is a battle about finding the most fair, logical, and effective solutions or evaluations to certain problems. So in debating, you will find the problems and then both of the teams are going to debate whether use the proposition's proposal or the opposition proposal to solve the problems. Exactly, we are going to use the most logical analysis and also the most fair analysis at the debate. Next. Okay, so in NEC, we use the British parliamentary format in which in the British parliamentary format, we are going to have 4 teams in one chamber. That is the opening governments, opening oppositions, closing government, also closing oppositions. And in each team, we have 2 member of speakers. Yeah, basically that is how the British parliamentary format look like. Next. Yeah, this is the flow of the debate in British parliamentary. So the first speakers, which is in opening governments, will be followed by the opening oppositions, like leader of oppositions, and then deputy prime minister, deputy leader of the oppositions, and then after that will be followed by the closing half, which is the member of the government, member of the oppositions, government whip, and also oppositions whip. Something that you need to note is that despite you have the same positions, like both of you are in the government team, which is opening government, also closing governments, sure, you need to argue the same things like you propose or you agree with the motions, but it doesn't necessarily mean you are as a friend, you still compete each other. Therefore, you need to put the most strategic way in which if you are the opening government, you need to make sure that all of the arguments that is potential is already being brought by all of you. Or if you are the closing half, or closing government or closing oppositions, you need to make sure that your idea is something that is new and something that is fresh, which is very, very different within your opening. Because what is the most important things in BP is that your contributions in the debate, and after that will be followed by whether or not your argument is something that is most important than your opening, or whether or not is something that is clear enough to make the judges believe with your argument. So that is basically how the flow of the British parliamentary format look like. Next. Here is the scoring system for British parliamentary format. Next. Okay, we are going to use the range between 58 until 91, in which the average score speaker for the British parliamentary is 74 until 75. Next. Yeah, 73 until 75, in which your argument are almost exclusively relevant, although may fail to address one or more core issues sufficiently. Second, arguments are logical, but tend to be simplistic and vulnerable to competent responses. And last of all, clear enough to follow and thus credited. If your arguments are not that relevant and also miss some logical analysis inside that, moreover, there is not that enough like responses toward your opponents, your speaker score will be below of the average, in which maybe it can be 70 or 71, 72. Or if your argument is quite clear and it's something that is really, really exclusive, relevance to the motions, and something that is engaged your opponents clearly, maybe you'll get above average of the speaker score. You can get 76, 77, or if it is possible, also you can get like 80 speaker score. Next. Yeah. The most higher speaker score is that 91, in which the arguments is quite brilliant, successfully engaged with the main issues in the round, and argument are very, very well explained and illustrated, and demand extremely sophisticated responses in order to be defeated. And last of all, only very minor problems, if any, but they do not affect the strength of the claims made. It's something that is quite perfect for the highest score. Next. Okay, here is the preliminary motions. For the preliminary, we are going to use the prepare motions. So we have basically 6 prepare motions, and we will only use 3 of them. And in the outrun, we are going to use the impromptu motions. So for the first motions of the prepare is that, yeah, there is a context slide in which the follow your patient narrative is to invite people to pursue their passions. Passion is something that is done sincerely without coercions and a form of calling from one's subconscious. The first motions is that this house regret the glorifications of follow your patient narrative. Second, assuming the technology exists, this house support genetic engineering to make humans more resistant to the effects of the current climate change. Third, this house support the use of violence, protest to topple oppressive regime. Next. The next motions, also there is a context slide. Self-diagnosis is the process of diagnosing or identifying medical conditions in oneself. It may be assisted by medical dictionaries, books, movie, past personal experience, or recognizing symptoms or medical signs of conditions that a family member previously had. So the motion read, this house regret the rising trend of self-diagnosis of one's mental health issue. Second, in a world where both men and women were equally likely to do it, this house would return to the norm of families in which one parent's work and the other remains at home. And last of all, this house believes that developing countries should replace their school curriculums with a well-performing curriculums from other countries. So that is the preliminary motions or prepare motions. You can prepare something like Materi. You can find it through, you know, a lot of resources like Google, social media, and etc. But still use your own logic in addressing some arguments because all of the judges know if you are cheating from the Google, for example, or you use Google arguments. So make sure you only search the matter, but for the argument, just use your own logic. You can prepare for all of this, and yeah, we will only have 3 of them. Next. Yep, that's all for the British parliamentary format and also the prepare motions. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me.
Untuk peserta yang mau bertanya ke Kak Manda, bisa langsung ditanyain ya. Bisa langsung bertanya dengan buat raise hand atau kalian bisa taruh di chat box. Oke. Tunggu ya pertanyaannya. Oke, yang pertama yang raise hand Luis duluan ya. Coba, habis itu setelah itu Malik. Oke, Luis, kami persilahkan.
Okay, I have a question. My name is Luis Baro and I have a question. How many times can we accept and decline questions?
So do you means like POI or?
What was that?
Yep. What do you mean by the question? I mean like it is POI or not? Or can you repeat again?
Luis.
Wait.
Oke Kak Manda, mungkin Dian bisa bantuin Luis. Kakak kalau boleh jelasin apa itu POI? Kayaknya belum paham. Boleh nggak Kak?
Oh ya, sure. POI atau point of interruptions adalah something like a questions. Biasanya dipakai during the debate. Jadi for example, the prime minister masih speech, and then another opponents like opening oppositions or closing oppositions, one of their member can ask the questions toward the speakers, and speakers have the right to accept or reject the POI. The time for POI is only 15 seconds. Yeah, I think that's basically how POI look like. Mungkin kalau tadi yang dimaksud POI, there is no such an obligations to take or reject the POI. Jadi based on the speakers mau nge-accept or nge-reject, and there is no specific, like regulations we need to only accept one. The speakers can accept more than one, or maybe nggak nge-accept sama sekali, it's totally fine. Is it clear?
I'll let my partner, Devin, ask the question more clearly, because he's the one that knows the ins and outs.
Oke. Partnernya lu, sebentar ya Malik. Partner Luis ya yang nanti mau nanya.
Yeah, I was asking on his behalf.
Oh, oke. Nah, after this ya, after si Malik ya, baru setelah itu ke kalian, oke? Oke, silakan Malik, mau bertanya apa?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Cek.
Waalaikumsalam.
Mohon maaf, betulnya di sini saya akan bertanya tentang sistem yang dilakukan atau yang dibuat dari lomba ini. Apakah sistem yang digunakan itu memakai sistem gugur atau menggunakan sistem poin? Karena kalau sistem poin itu dari beberapa peserta nantinya itu akan diambil dari nilai yang tertinggi. Dan untuk nilai tertinggi itu akan masuk ke grand final begitu.
Oke, so for these competitions, kita nggak pakai sistem gugur, jadi pakai sistem preliminary round. All of you itu harus ngikutin 3 preliminary round. Jadi terlepas di preliminary round satu misalnya kalian kalah, you need to still follow the preliminary 2 and also preliminary 3. Karena the possibility for you to break itu juga masih ada. Nah, at the end of the day, ketika udah habis prelim 3-3-nya, we are going to use the highest VP or victory point. And then if the victory point-nya sama, we are going to use the speaker score-nya. Jadi VP dulu yang pertama yang paling tinggi bakal breaks, and then after that speaker score-nya.
Ya, terima kasih Kak.
Yep, anytime. Ada lagi question?
Oke, kira-kira yang lain ada yang mau bertanya juga nih? Atau gimana?
Itu pilih tidak kok langsung.
Ada lagi yang mau bertanya, guys? Kamanda mungkin ada pertanyaan ini dari Louis. Mungkin dia ngekoreksi how many times we can accept the POI.
Okay, how many times we can accept POI, right? Jadi boleh lebih dari satu untuk accept POI. I mean, for example, kayak gini, case-nya adalah Prime Minister masih speech tuh, and then the opening oppositions asking for POI. Nah, dia asking terus nih. Nah, kalian boleh untuk nge-reject semuanya. Jadi totally reject mau fine, atau misalnya kalian mau nge-accept and then dia asking POI lagi terus kalian mau nge-accept lagi, it's also totally fine. Jadi nggak ada specific regulations like how many times you need to accept or how many times you can reject gitu. Jadi it's totally up to the speaker. Speaker have the absolute right to accept many POIs and also to reject all the POIs. Understand nggak kira-kira? Atau for example, in case you accept the first POI and then they try to ask POI again, but you are going to reject them, it's also totally fine.
Gimana? Udah clear nggak, guys? Udah clear, Louis and Devin?
Loud and clear. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the questions. Ada lagi yang mau bertanya? Yuk, yuk.
Oke, maybe aku mau nambahin sedikit nih, tadi nggak ada juga di slide. So, how you get the victory point in British parliamentary? Jadi kalau di ASEAN kan, kalau you win, you will get 1 VP, right? But if in British parliamentary, because we have 4 teams in one chamber or in one debate room, so we are going to use the first, second, third, and also fourth rank. The first rank will get 3 VP, second rank will get 2 VP, third rank will get 1 VP, and the fourth rank will get 0 VP. So until the end of the preliminary round, we are going to calculate the VP that you have. Nah, nanti baru yang paling tinggi VP-nya yang bakal break to di Alim. Yeah, that's basically how the victory point in British parliamentary.
Oke, thank you, Kamanda. Yang lain kira-kira ada yang mau bertanya tentang VP or other else? Yuk guys, jangan malu-malu bertanya loh. Kalau ada pepatah bilang kalau malu-malu bertanya nanti sesat di jalan. Yuk coba yuk. Jangan
Kak.
takut bertanya. Siapa yang mau nanya tadi?
Saya Kak.
Oke, Ikrar, silakan.
Makanya tadi saya kan tadi agak keluar, mungkin saya ketinggalan. Kalau untuk ntar debatnya, untuk emosinya, is there any topik gitu like such as teknologi atau gitu kami bisa fokuskan lebih research di topik itu Pak? Atau memang ada topiknya random gitu nanti?
Yeah, for the motions we have the prepare motions. Di slide nanti mungkin komite bakal share the PPT and there is 6 prepare motions for the preliminary round. Kita bakal pakai 3 dari 6 for the preliminary. Nanti untuk outro-nya we are going to use impromptu motion.
Oke Kak, thank you.
Kamanda, ini ada pertanyaan lagi dari Muhammad Robiansyah. Does all of the teams compete all at once or after each team compete they will have to wait the next team to finish? Okay.
Ya, jadi all the teams itu bakal compete barengan. Misalnya in the first preliminary round, jadi semua teams bakal do the first preliminary round. Nanti kalau semuanya udah selesai, baru kita proses to the next round. Jadi compete-nya barengan. Jadi kita nggak wait each other. But for the next round, baru kita wait untuk semua roomnya finish. Because kan kalau first preliminary round itu bakal random data ticketnya. But the second and also third round itu pasti bakal according to the VP dan juga according to the speaker score-nya. Gitu. Is it clear?
Yes, terima kasih.
Kira-kira ada yang mau bertanya lagi nih? Bisa juga ya guys, pertanyaannya bukannya seputar kayak scoring system, preliminary motions-nya, etc. Kan juga bisa tanya tentang regulation atau kalian masih ada yang bingung-bingung tentang rules and regulation, kalian juga bisa tanya ya ke komite. Jadi nanti kita bisa jawab. Oke. Oke, Luis, mau tanya apa?
It is allowed, right, for one team to be in the same account in Zoom. Like for example, if my partner here comes to the same place as me, so that we can attend the Zoom in just one.
Yep, it's totally fine if you use one account or more than one account. Senyamannya aja di kalian, oke? Okay?
Berarti boleh ya. Udah clear, Luis? Jadi kalau nyamannya di mana? Di WhatsApp video call? Ya, gitu. Udah clear?
Yes. Good. Thanks.
Thank you. Kira-kira yang lain ada lagi yang mau bertanya nih? Ada lagi nih yang mau bertanya? Ayo yuk. Jangan malu-malu bertanya yuk. Biar nanti lebih clear waktu lomba, nggak bingung-bingung lagi. Ada yang mau ditanyain kira-kira? Muhammad Robiansyah, ada pertanyaan lagi atau semua udah clear?
Ya Kak, saya pengen bertanya nih Kak. Kalau nanti misalnya partner saya nggak belum bisa masuk ke dalam Zoom-nya itu berapa lama bisa ditunggu Kak?
Oke, mungkin ini dia izin jawab ya Kak Manda. Nanti itu dari komite dikasih time dispensation-nya itu 5 menit. Jadi 5 menit sampai nanti boleh ke Zoom. Tapi kami juga ada ngasih kelonggaran lagi kalau emang sampai 5 menit nggak bisa dia masuk-masuk. Karena kan cuma 5 menit nih batasnya kan. Kalau sampai 5 menit partner kalian tidak bisa masuk, kalian yang menggantikan posisi dia. Oke? Clear?
Oke Kak, terima kasih ya Kak.
Oke. Yang lain ada yang mau bertanya? Khairunisa Muhammad, Nadia Aura Samuel, Stephanie Karina, Stephanie, Devin, ada pertanyaan lagi?
Nggak ada lagi, Kak. Thank you, Kak.
Yes. Ikrar, ada yang mau bertanya? Ada yang mau ditanyakan?
Tidak ada, Kak.
Oke, jadi semua sudah clear ya? Sudah clear? Kita tunggu 3 sampai 5 menit lagi. Oke, ada yang raise hand lagi. Louis. Yes?
Okay. Will grammar affect the scores by a lot?
Okay, grammar will not affect the decisions making from the judges. So yeah, despite you have some grammatical errors, it's not going to be affected your speaker score or decisions on you, whether you are going to win or not. So the main parameter for you to win in the debate is exactly your arguments. Okay, so no worries about your grammatical errors.
Ada ini yang mau bertanya?
Masih aku nama istrinya Pak, istri gitu.
If there is none, kita tunggu ya sebentar lagi. Yuk, coba yuk kita 1 menit nyusun katanya yuk. Kami tungguin kok. Biar nanti clear, nanti di lomba-lomba nggak bingung. Hah, ini bilangnya apa ya? Atau ini gimana ya? Nah, coba pastiin ya. Dan jangan lupa dicatat ya guys hal yang penting dan apa. Kayak tadi kan yang nggak ada di saya tuh victory point. Mungkin kalian jangan lupa catat yang tadi ya. Maksudnya pastiin ada catatannya. Oke. Kita tunggu 1 menit lagi ya. Sampai nanti questions Q&A time-nya di close. Oke. Agung, ada mau bertanya? Jangan takut loh untuk bertanya. It's okay.
You're fine.
Dia ada? Ada yang mau ditanyakan, Gung?
You're fine.
Oke. Oke, ada Luis mau bertanya lagi. Apa itu, Luis?
If grammar doesn't affect it a lot, how about the speaking ability? Like how you pronounce things, the accent, how about that? Will it affect the score a lot?
Basically, grammar nggak bakal jadi main parameter for you to win or lose, but something like pronunciations and etc. It's also not that affect your speaker score, but it might be affect your persuasiveness of your arguments. So, what you need to note adalah just make sure if judges will understand what you mean about your arguments gitu. Jadi memang grammars and also pronunciations and etc. itu nggak bakal affected your result, but it might be affected your persuasiveness gitu. So just make sure aja you are not going to be perfect. It's totally fine, but just make sure that your judges can understand what do you mean by your arguments. Okay. So is it clear?
Yes, it's good.
Okay, cool. So yeah, no worries about your grammatical errors or your pronunciations and etc. Because the judges also very understand your conditions and they will also might be understand about your arguments. So just make sure that you are clear in delivering your arguments.
Yes, Kaman. Ada lagi nih pertanyaan dari Muhammad Robiansyah. Is there any restrictions on the competition? Kira-kira kalau ada dari Eju ada nggak, Kak?
Maybe the restrictions-nya don't cheat on Google. I think that's the biggest problems that we have in online competitions. I think that's all sih kalau dari Eju.
Oke, bisa di-noted ya Muhammad dan semua peserta yang dari Google itu intinya. Oke, kalau dari komite sendiri restriction kayak nggak boleh apa, yang dilarang sih jangan off cam ya. Nanti waktu di kompetisi diusahakan untuk on cam selalu di case building kah ataupun waktu lagi debating. Oke? Is that clear?
Clear.
Oke, ini semua udah clear ya. Make sure benar-benar clear. Tidak ada yang mau bertanya lagi. Kita wait sampai 15.19 then we will close this Q&A time. Oke, udah 15.19 and there is no question yang ditanyakan nih. Oke, karena sudah benar-benar tidak ada question dari all the participant, I will close this technical meeting. Thank you so much Kak Mandeng udah nge-share apa yang ada tadi seperti scoring system dan sebagainya. Thank you so much Kak Manda.
Yep, anytime.
Okay, now we're in the last session. So, debaters, you are unlimited, so rocket. Semangat guys, sampai jumpa di hari Selasa depan, yaitu tanggal Selasa dan Rabu, tanggal 8 dan 9. Semangat, bye.
Semangat
Semangat
everyone.
semuanya. Semangat.
Bye.